Never stay with somebody hoping that they gonna change for you.
And that was my thing when she said, I hope he changed for me. He got to change for him, honey boo boo. He ain't going to stop searching for
Nobody
these
is gonna
women unless he
change
wants to.
unless they want to do
He's not
it.
going to do nothing for you, girl. Nothing for you. He going to have to do it for himself.
Somebody actually told her in the post, like they commented, like, and told her, girl, he is just telling you what you want to hear.
He really probably want to break up with your ass and don't want to hurt your feelings. And you don't want nobody to be dating you for pity. Ew.
No.
Just break up with me. Don't pity date me.
So, before I get into the weekly Reddit.
Yes.
I'm going to say on this show so that I have people that can hold me accountable.
Girl, okay. What you about to say?
Don't do that.
Well, what is this? That's I'm like, what is this? What is this?
I am starting my weight loss journey.
Oh, okay.
See, it wasn't even bad.
I was like, what foolishness you about to say up on this show?
Wasn't even foolishness this time.
It's not. Okay, what's going on?
But I am starting my weight loss journey. I've started seeing a personal trainer. She's great. She kicks my ass.
That's what you're paying her to do.
Literally. And today she had to have an honest conversation with me because I've been seeing, I think this was my 3rd session with her. And she was like, so, you're only seeing me once a week.
Well, that's what you're doing.
What did you go to the gym?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I need to. She's like, look.
Don't waste my time, girl.
Don't mine or yours. Cause this seeing me once a week, it ain't gonna get you where you trying to go. And I was just like, I know. So we're gonna have to come up with something. If I'm still this big come January 2026, I need to have some kind of consequence with that. What should I have to do? Should I have to give you $1,000?
You don't care about that. We gotta burn it. We gotta do something you really, really don't. It's gonna have to be an activity you have to do. It's not gonna have to be money. You know,
yeah, because I'll pay for anything if I can. I will pay for anything.
Trying to think, what would you dislike the most? I'll have to ponder on this because I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna have to get something good.
Ooh, let's make it a competition.
For what?
People comment and say what they think what should be my consequence if I don't.
Should make you get a damn pedicure with your raggedy self. But
girl, whatever.
Yeah, I paid $1,000. You don't care about that. You don't care about that $1,000. Especially if you got a whole year to save for it. Girl.
Like,
who cares?
I'm like, come on now. But yeah, I need to get it together. I need to, because I am the biggest I've ever been in my life. And I'm over it.
But you know, as we get older, we get wider, and I wish it wasn't true.
Oh, and I knew that was coming, but there are still things that we can do to avoid this.
Yeah, because you see, I'm trying to get my stuff
me
together.
And my 4 calypsos in one day ain't gonna get me there. And yeah.
Now, we already done had a conversation about these damn calypsos. We done already had a conversation.
But they're so delicious.
I gave up my juice water.
Girl, if you don't stop calling me, I done told you. It's either juice or it's water.
It's both.
That is juice. It's clear juice.
It's a water beverage.
It is clear juice with 46 grams of damn sugar. That is not water.
How many calories? Ooh, only 200.
Ooh, only 200 with 46 grams of sugar. Yeah.
Want to know what the second ingredient is?
Sucrose.
High fructose corn syrup.
Sucrose. High fructose corn syrup. Sucrose. Okay. Sugar.
It's 48 carbs. 48 grams
and
of carbs.
46 of them is sugar.
47 grams of sugar.
See? That is, y'all tell us, is that water?
It's a water beverage.
Can that be classed? Then Kool-Aid is a water beverage too. It has just as much sugar in it.
No, Kool-Aid sucks now. It don't hit like it used to.
I used to have a serious
It ain't that bad no more. Kool-Aid sucks now.
But yes, I am entering my weight loss journey. So wish me luck. Give me praise.
So what is your entire goal with the weight loss journey? What is your end goal that you want to have accomplished?
I would like to get back to the point where I can So back when I used to do CrossFit, because believe it or not, I actually used to work out almost every day. And I
I
used
seen
to
pictures, I believe it.
I used to do CrossFit, and I really liked it when I could do like a deadlift that was like over 200 pounds. I think my deadlift had got like to up to 260 pounds.
Ooh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that was nice. So I would love to get back to that point. The way I was struggling on them damn squats today,
You gotta
I
work
got
your
a
way up.
long way to go.
You know what humbles you the most, y'all? Jumping jacks.
First of all, let me just say this because I know my trainer gets a little frustrated with me
Why?
because the day I went to her little consultation thing, I told her, I said, there are a couple things you should know about me. I said, I do not run unless my life is in danger, and I do not do burpees. And she said, okay, because we typically
Do
do a warm
those.
up with a run. I said, well, I will not be doing that. I said, I have literally gone to workout classes where they programmed running and told them, I am not running. What else would you like me to do?
Why?
I don't like it and I don't want to do it.
So that's why you like CrossFit because there's no cardio like
There
that.
is cardio.
But it's not running.
They're the ones that used to be programmed a mile, 2 mile runs at 4:30 in the morning in the winter in Indiana. And I literally went to that man and said,
No.
so your options is this bike or this rower. Which one would you like me to do? Because I'm not running.
Well, the rower's a good workout.
I
I like
love
a
the
rower.
rower.
It's a good workout.
So she finds alternatives so I don't have to run. She actually was like, all right, let's get your run in today. And then she was like, oh, I forgot you don't run. I said, yep, I sure don't.
You wanna do jumping jacks?
Okay, so here's my thing with jumping jacks. I don't care how good the sports bra is. I got way too much up top to be doing some damn jumping
Oh
jacks.
my
It's not
gosh.
comfortable to feel
It's
these things
not.
flopping around while
It's
you
not.
trying to do a jumping jack.
It's not.
So
I ain't I haven't done one in a long time. Well, that's before I had kids, so
why would you if you're not trying to work out?
I was working out then.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you aren't working out, why would you just do a jumping jack just to prove you
Okay,
can
let me
still
tell
do
you.
it?
So one day, me and Monet was in her house, right?
Doing jumping jacks.
And I said, you know what? She goes, what? I said, I bet you can't do 5 jumping jacks, right? Because she has huge chest, right? She was like, I don't know. And I was like, do it. So we in her house doing jumping jacks.
But that doesn't even surprise me because you're random as fuck. Like
And it was humbling. We both was
just out of breath. Girl, she had me doing all kinds of lunges today. And I was just like, so I was like, she wanted me to do, I don't even know how many it was, but I had to go from one side of the room to
Wait
the
a minute, we
other.
sidetracked. We just
No,
having
we
a
ain't. We still on
conversation.
topic.
Are we?
Yeah, we talking about my weight loss journey.
I
But
do
she had
want
me
you.
doing that, and I was like, I think I made it every four lunges before I had to take a break. It is hard out here to get back into working out.
Well, yeah, that's why most people don't start because it's hard.
It is so difficult. I'm like, girl, I almost walked out of that gym on her today.
Ain't no almost. You did.
I did not. I finished my workout, but I just didn't do the second round. She gave me the option to either stay and do the second round or leave. I chose to leave. I didn't just walk out.
Anywho, gotta go.
I had a meeting at 2 o'clock and it was after 1:30. So yes, look, like I said, I'm getting into my weight loss journey. I
You
would
getting there.
appreciate support.
Yay.
And don't do me like y'all be doing the people on shits and gigs, cause y'all always coming for James talking about how he been talking about he gonna be on there with no shirt on for over 6 years and it ain't happened yet. Don't come for me. We all human.
I don't even know why he said that.
Don't nobody want to see him without a shirt
That's
on
what nobody wants to see.
anyway.
Let me not be mean. Because the internet could come for me if they wanted to.
Do you care though?
No. And I
Exactly.
never will. I'll be
Exactly.
laughing with them. Like, "Ooh, that was a good one. Burn." Like, I'll be laughing with
Burn. Anyway,
Yes, yes.
so now to the weekly Reddit.
Yes, what's on the
So this is a good one. This one is titled "How to Proceed After My Boyfriend's Disloyalty."
don't? But anyhow,
Okay. So
he'll
yeah, you're gonna
ditch
have a
you.
field day with this one, I think.
Oh, let's send it.
So
Let's
the
send it.
girl is 24 and her boyfriend is
Yes.
also 24.
Okay.
So it says, I've been together for almost 2 years in a happy, committed relationship with no problems.
Okay.
I love him so much, and I thought this was the man I was going to marry. So I'm struggling to think logically right now.
Okay.
For cultural context, and this won't surprise you, if it matters, we live in South Korea.
K-drama.
He is Korean. I am Hispanic.
Interesting.
It's common here for couples to make a couples ring together to wear and we have one. Last night, he said he was going out to drink with his friends in an area close to his house. I heard that some of my friends we have in common were partying in an area near my house, so I decided to join them. As I'm walking down the street towards the bar, I see a friend of ours come out for a smoke, and my boyfriend comes out behind him.
Okay.
I didn't think much of it because he also frequents this area, so I thought he could have changed his mind and decided to join our friends.
Okay.
I saw them, but they didn't see me, so I took out my phone and I called my boyfriend. He took his phone out of his pocket, saw my call, and declined it.
Mm. And she watching the
Watching
whole
the whole
thing. Oh,
thing,
that sucks.
I approached them and he was kind of stunned to see me. Our friend caught the vibe and left us alone.
Okay.
I'm like,
um,
exit, time for
hmm
me to go.
Yep.
So then she says, I asked him why he didn't pick up my call, and he said that he didn't because he was in the middle of a conversation with our friend. He took his phone out of his jacket, and I saw two things. One, he wasn't wearing his couple's ring. And two, he had changed his lock screen picture from a picture of us together to a picture of a sunset.
Hmm.
After a long string of him apologizing and me asking why he would do that, he finally confessed that he didn't want other women to immediately see that he had a girlfriend so that they would approach him and feed his ego, but that he never wanted to or intended to cheat, that he never did, and that if women were to approach him, he would reject them immediately. I asked if I didn't give him enough attention or feed his ego enough that he needed to go look for it from other women, and he said that it was not like that, that I did nothing wrong and it's just him. He says he is sorry and that he never wants to lose me and that he wants to change and never do this again. I can't help but feel that this is utter disloyalty and I would be a fool to forgive him. But at the same time, I love him so much and I want him to change for me. I wonder if this relationship is truly salvageable or if I'd be fooling myself to stay with him. Not the fast blinks. Thoughts, concerns, questions.
That man been cheating on you this whole
The
time.
whole time.
And
You can't convince
then
me otherwise.
she know it. She in denial, bless her heart.
Bless her
So
heart.
I love him. Girl, you in love by yourself.
By your damn self.
All
And you
by
know what?
yourself.
I'm not even gonna say that. I don't think that just because a man cheats on you, he doesn't love you. But he damn sure don't
He
respect
ain't
you.
committed to the relationship
He's
to
not
the
committed.
level you
He's just not
committed
as
to it.
committed as you
And
are.
I'm like, girl,
But he might love you.
girl.
But why put yourself through
You
that?
only 24. If you don't go out and live your life, leave that man alone.
Like
He
I
want to be free. Let him be
let him
free. Let him be.
like
Let him fly.
what's the girl named Nelly Furtado? Let him be like a bird.
I forgot
I
about that song.
used to love that song.
I used to love her. But
But
anywho,
that man, I have so many issues with what I read.
I'm like, so how long has he been doing that?
Hmm.
Why he just wasn't honest with, like, I just want attention. And as soon as they give it to me, I'm gonna tell them no. Why you're not wearing your ring and you changed your picture of us to a sunset.
My biggest issue ain't even the fact that he did that. My biggest issue
Her
is
quote
that
unquote friends know that he cheating. But anywho,
those ain't your friends. She need to go watch our last episode and our first
she
episode.
sure do.
Like, so my biggest issue with what I read is that her question to him was, did I not do enough to feed your ego that you needed to get it from somebody else? Why is that? And I'm not saying men don't do this, but historically, women are the ones to get cheated on and then wonder what they did to make them go cheat.
I'm too selfish. I would never go, did I do that? I'd be like, what's wrong with you? I never think to, isn't
I
that
am not
terrible?
responsible, and I'm not responsible
But
for
you know
your
what? I can
actions.
see why she has that, considering the fact this was a 2-year relationship and not a fresh one. I guess that's how she feels like,
Then
am
my
I
question
not?
wouldn't be, do I not do enough? My question would be, why didn't you talk to me about that if that's what you were missing?
Because that's would have been the question I would have asked. Like, well, if you felt that
Because
way,
I say this all the time, closed mouths
don't
do
get fat.
not get fed. If I am not giving you what you need and we are in a romantic relationship and you don't communicate that to me, I'm not going to feel bad when you cheat.
He just wanted to cheat because he was gonna cheat. It don't matter if he was with her or somebody else. He was gonna do it.
He was going to do it because that's what he was going to do
Girl,
anyway.
just you only 24. Be
Cut your
free.
ties.
Be
I'm so
free.
tired of saying that. I feel like this is the third episode in a row that I've had to say, cut your ties.
We just over here with scissors encouraging the destruction of everything. But
Just
it's
let it
okay.
go. Like your peace and your mental is just not
Because all
worth
you're
it.
gonna do is be stressed about if he cheating on you,
Every
if you
time you
take him
go
back.
out now you're gonna be watching him like a dog. Cause now he can't go out, especially with not even with your friends, the people that you're supposed to be able to trust him with. He can't go out without you thinking, is he out there just, changing the picture again, taking off his ring out there, just chatting it up with another person, talking about he ain't cheating. But what
He
class
might not have been.
what classifies as cheating? Because everybody has a different definition
He
of
was
that.
already cheating by the time he changed the background and took the ring off. To me, you was already up to no good.
Exactly.
You was
So
already
that's
up to
my
no
thing. I'm
good.
like, just because you didn't actually
And that's because
converse
the
with
women weren't
somebody,
interested
kiss
in you.
somebody, have sex with somebody, no, you didn't necessarily complete the act, but you definitely had the
But I
intention.
think the thing with him, the only thing that stops him is the fact that nobody ain't nobody pressed for him but her. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Or at least that's what we thinking. Cause they might be checking for him. He might have had somebody waiting in that bar, sitting at the
Nah,
table with them.
because she would have seen it because they would have been outside together.
Mm, would they though?
If he seemed thirsty, I think he would have been.
I mean, yeah, he definitely
He
seemed like
seemed
he got some
thirsty.
self-esteem issues. And you know what I immediately thought about when I first read that? I thought about how these TV shows, because it's always in some of these sitcoms that, oh, I wanted to see if I still got it, so they'll take their wedding ring off.
Which is stupid.
I'm like, you watch too much TV,
Because on
apparently.
top of that, I go, so you gonna risk actually having it? Because you want to say, I wonder if I still got it. For who? You gonna risk your relationship and or marriage just to see if some stranger is attracted to you?
Some jigaboo.
We can't use that term. It's rooted in very bad things, Jocelyn. You shouldn't be using.
I think I heard somebody say that
Girl,
on
look
like one
up
of
the
the
history on
housewives
Jigaboo.
shows.
Look up the history on Jigaboo. Don't be saying Jigaboo.
Jigaboo.
So I laughed because it was so random. Like, where did that come from?
I don't know, it literally just popped in my head.
Girl, look up Jigaboo.
And I don't want to. But
You sure don't. Don't say
uh
Jigaboo.
the other thing is what
What?
the reason I thought this was so funny that this was in South Korea, one is because apparently Reddit is starting to learn me and know that I just am obsessed with South Korea right now. But two, I'm told that South Korean men are all like this.
Would
I
explain why
don't
they all like that in the K dramas. Then it makes sense.
well, no, people think that they're like the people in the K dramas and they're like this like they do the cute stuff and they all want
No,
to
but
be
the
loved and
stories are always filled with so much conflict.
yeah.
They're filled with so much
But I'm told
conflict.
that South Korean men are just like the fuckest the fuck boys. And I said, well, I'm not saying they all are, but if they
That
are
sucks.
we surprised? Have you seen them?
They wear
Like
lipstick.
99% of them look better than
That's what I
any
say.
female in any country.
So I told you they wear lipstick and blush,
I'm like, so I'm not surprised that they would be fuck
and their hair is
boys.
perfect every time.
I mean, we sat there and watched Felix's hair get drenched in water and it
Boy,
didn't
it didn't
change at
move.
all.
The water dripped off the perfect. I said, "What?"
It still had the little swoop and everything. We
And
was
the
like,
curl, and I said, "We watched him get drenched.
and
We're
his hair didn't,
watching it with our eyes."
that hair said, what water?
I said, "What spray or product do they
Girl. So yeah, I'm
have?"
not surprised that that's something that people
uh,
say about the guys in South Korea.
that's why I settled down with my nice man and just have a good
That's also
time.
why I won't settle down with no damn body. Leave me alone.
I like my Victor.
You should like your Victor. You married him. I would hope you like him. At the very least, like him.
I more than like him.
Again, I would hope. I'd be worried if you didn't.
Too selfish to be involved with somebody I don't like. I'm too selfish to do such a thing.
Yeah, this girl, she would be fooling herself if she thought
And
that.
she knows. The
And
thing is,
and
she wrote this
also
thing knowing.
and also never stay with somebody hoping that they gonna change for
And
you.
that was my thing when she said, I hope he changed for me. He got to change for him, honey boo boo. He ain't going to stop searching for
Nobody
these
is gonna
women unless he
change
want to.
unless they want to
He's
do
not
it.
going to do nothing for you, girl. Nothing for you. He going to have to do it
And
for himself.
somebody actually told her in the post, like they commented, like, and told her, "Girl, he is just telling you what you want to hear.
He really
Leave
probably want to
him."
break up with your ass and don't want to hurt your feelings. And you don't want nobody to be dating you for pity.
Oh
Ew.
no.
Just break up with me. Don't pity date me.
Just break up with me. If you want to cheat on me, if you want to see if you still got
Go
it,
on out there.
go on.
Just
Like, go be
don't try to
free.
come back. Just
J-
leave me alone.
just leave me alone. Leave me be.
When it don't work out the way you thought, when them girls just want free meals from you and to ignore you,
Free meals.
as
Uh,
the men accuse women of doing. No,
right.
I could go on a tangent about that. But
Girl, just
that's,
like you can about Batman. I know. We ain't gonna get started.
I know that was an unexpected tangent.
We ain't gonna get started. This girl feels very strongly about Batman for some reason, and we're not gonna get into it. But what I think this girl needs to do is there's a lot of things I think she needs to do,
Just
and I
leave
think
him
it
alone. That's
became
my
clear.
advice.
Step one is to leave his ass alone. Uh, go pawn the couple's ring, get you a couple dollars for it, which I guess in Korea that's 50 cents US. But like, just cut your ties. I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Cut your damn ties. Sometimes you just gotta cut them.
Snip, snip.
Not literally, just cut the rope, the thing that's keeping y'all together.
The thread.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. What I one first thing I think she needs to do is she needs to get better, get more confidence. Cause you went down a whole thing that now this is potentially your fault because you didn't give him what he needed. Uh, you want you want to stay with him because you think he might change for you. Girl,
Craziness.
where's your confidence at? Where's your confidence? Cause I'm getting the impression you have none.
I low key want to see him. Is he that fine? Like, I want to see.
I want to see too,
And I bet
but
he ain't. I bet he just average looking with a chili bowl. Mm.
You hate a chili bowl. But it's always the uglies that get this kind of treatment though.
And I bet she cuter than him. I
I
bet.
bet.
I bet.
But yeah, so I like I said, I think first thing she needs to do, she needs to find a way to build her confidence, build your self-esteem. And that is not an easy thing to do.
Well, Tyler Berry said it best by being Medea.
What he say? What?
It's called self esteem. How you letting other people dictate how you feel about yourself?
I
It
forgot
don't
that
make no
that
sense.
was a whole thing in that movie. It sure was. I forgot all about
Yeah,
that.
it's true though.
It is, but it is still hard to it's still hard to build.
Honestly, for real, saying that shit in the mirror works. If you say it to yourself enough, you really do start to believe it.
Yeah, that's the whole fake it till you make it deal. I'm going to tell myself that I'm great until I actually believe it.
But then when you believe it, you achieve it. Because then what you think you're great, you start doing great things because
Girl,
you
you sounding
think you're
like an
great.
after school
I
spectrum of
know, I know.
believe it
I'm a
you can
poster
achieve
on
it,
in
achieve
the
it.
cafeteria wall. I know.
Next to the dare poster.
Yep, right there. And the got milk ad.
Oh my
Right
gosh.
there.
But yeah, I mean, but there is truth to that. The affirmations. People also do stuff like vision boards.
Hmm.
Well, don't even get me started on a damn vision. Oh, I didn't even
What?
tell you.
What's up with the vision board? I will say my caveat how I feel about vision boards is I think people have gotten very materialistic with the vision boards and that's
Hmm.
not the purpose. So that's my one qualm. But
My
continue.
thing with the vision board, and I just found out that this was a thing.
What?
So apparent again, here's another pharmacy story. I'm talking with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that them and their kids are doing a vision board. And I said, oh.
Okay.
So then it got me to thinking, because that was right when we were planning out the podcast and stuff. I said, you know what, maybe I should get into that. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Now, I'm not saying this out loud, but I'm thinking it in my head. And then they show me their vision board. And I just go, oh. And I was like, I would be that person that I would get a vision board created. I would just do it online and then have them just send it to me.
You can make your own vision board on your phone.
And then they's like, pretty much talk about like how I was like shitting on their vision
Because I
board,
bet
and
you were. But
I wasn't intending to. I was literally talking about what I would do for mine because I'm in my head, I'm planning out a vision board for a girl's perspective. But now did I communicate that to them? No. But at the same time, I'm like, I honestly didn't give two shits about your vision board. You had one, great. I hope it works for you. But I'm thinking about mine. Like that's all it was. People put too much thought into it. That's all it was. But that's not even the story that I wanted to tell you. The story I wanted to tell you was I have witnessed this similar situation from this story in person.
have you?
I have.
When?
So it was a few years ago. And so it was with one of my old friends and her boyfriend. And he does not live close to her, or did not, because I don't think they're still together, but he lived like an hour or so away from her. They were supposed to hang out. And it was his for his birthday. And he decided he wanted to stay home. For whatever reason, he decided he wanted to stay home. She even offered to come out there with him. And he was like, nah,
Because he got
that's a
another
long
birthday prize
drive.
that ain't her ass. But anywho.
Like, it's just too far, whatever. So then I end up on the phone with her. Don't know how, because at the time I was dead set against being on the phone with people. But anyway, I end up on the phone with her. I could tell that she was kind of sad about it. So I was like, let's go out. We can go out still.
Y'all seen him?
Whatever. We go to Rick's
Mm.
Boatyard and get dinner. And then we go to our favorite karaoke spot. So we do karaoke, having us a good time. We drinking. Then we're leaving on our way back to the garage to her car. We pass him.
With another chick, didn't you?
He was alone.
Why?
Exactly.
And you an hour away. You said you didn't want to go nowhere. You don't live here.
Right.
What you doing out here?
What you doing here? Now, I hopped into friend mode and had to immediately turn that switch off because I had to realize she's standing next to me.
You like, oh, she can't see him.
No, she did see him. We were standing next to each other. We
God.
walked like literally, we were crossing a street on the same side that he was on. He walked past us.
So he act like he didn't see
No,
y'all.
he saw us because soon as I spotted him, I looked. I said, "What you doing here?" And then immediately I said, "Hold on, this ain't my boyfriend.
Let me be quiet. Let
She's
me be
standing right
quiet.
here. Let her fight her
Because I was the
battles."
same thing. What you doing?
So I just got quiet because I was like, you know what? Now if she wasn't here, I would have stood, I would have defended her. But I was like, she's standing right
I can't
there.
be more mad than her.
You are exactly. That was my point. I can't be more mad than she is.
My anger depends on her anger. So I got to see how mad
So
she is.
she didn't say anything. He walked us to her car and then he went about on his merry way.
She didn't say nothing.
She didn't not in front of me, she didn't. I don't
I
know
low
what she
key.
said to him
I
later
would have
on.
low key been mad. But anywho,
I was like, that motherfucker is up to no good. Cause what are you doing here?
we might as well just caught you at a hotel at this point. We
At
might as
this
well.
point, I honestly, and again, not my relationship, so I guess it's easier for me to say this. I would have rather had saw him with another motherfucker.
What if he just really wanted to be alone? And he really wasn't doing shit. He just wanted to be alone on his birthday.
That's fine.
He could have said that.
She would have been fine with that. But don't lie and say you gonna be an hour or so away, and then we just, especially when
She lived there.
you
She
know
gonna
she
do
lives
something
here.
else.
You know me and her always downtown near that bar doing karaoke. So you know there's a good chance you're gonna run into us.
I feel like when he decided to come, he should have been like, hey,
Hey, just FYI, decided to go on and just make a trip into Indy, but I kind of just want to be alone. And that's fine.
which is stupid. She was like, okay, then why the fuck you in Indy? Why are you in Indy then if you wanted to be alone? You said you want to be home and I'm drunk having a good time and I see you.
Girl, I was like, that's crazy. Like, what would you do if you was in that situation?
I'd be like, I know not, as I
I
said,
know
I
not.
know not.
I would have had to
I'd be
stop
like,
him and be like, sir, do you know you look just like my boyfriend?
that I used to have.
He lived all the way an hour away. So there's no way you're the same person. So you look just like him. Doppelganger. I would no. No, that could not happen
I'm
to
like,
me.
I know not. Hey, do I know you? It's over now. I don't.
Love don't
That's
live
one
here
of
no more.
my Gemini moments where he just would have never heard from me again. It would have been no
What is it?
explanation.
You would have dissipated in the wind. Something wrong with you.
He would have literally, I'd have been like, oh,
Noted. That's
will never hear from me
or like Antonio
again.
always tell me it's crazy. I'm like, oh, word, word. All right, you got it.
I tell you, I would just disappear. He'll go to text me, user unavailable. You've been blocked. You can't talk to me. I don't want to hear your excuses.
I
And
couldn't
now
believe
I'm
it.
out here looking for a new man.
Because one thing you're not gonna do is have me out here looking stupid. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, she ain't gonna say nothing.
Maybe she did what I did and said, okay.
No, they were
She's,
together for a minute after that.
child, what? I thought she was pulled a little.
He became her fiance.
So she want to get cheated on again. Okay. That's her choice. It's her life to live.
But that's what I'm saying. I think
Because of the role, here's my thing. You got to think, if the roles were reversed, what would his response been to you?
mm,
If the roles were reversed.
well, But that's why I said I think people need to spend time. Honestly, there's a lot before people get into these relationships, they need to figure out a few things. One, who are you? You need to know yourself at least a little bit.
At least a little
A
bit.
little bit. You need to know what your needs are, what you're willing to put up with, what you are not willing to put up with. What do you bring to the table?
What is the end goal of even being in this relationship? What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want? Can
You-
they give you that? And it's okay if they can't. It's like you said in another episode, meet people where they are.
That's it.
And like I said, and if where they are isn't good enough for you, then
Just
leave
go.
them where they are.
Just go.
Like, but
Girl, we always tell somebody to go. We need to get that together. We don't tell nobody to stay. We want everybody to go.
because it sounds terrible. Why would you want to stay?
I still care she stayed with him after that.
She did. She did.
Like I said, I would have pulled the Gemini version of Jade. This would have been like, God,
And then the other thing is people need to spend more time. This is one thing I think that I really don't think enough people do. People don't spend time working through their own baggage before they try to get in these
no, because they
relationships.
think it's some people really think it's someone else's obligation. Like I hate the phrase like you make me whole.
Mm-mm.
We are two wholes accompanying each other.
Separate
We
people.
I don't. No one makes you whole. Only you can make yourself whole.
But let me ask you this. Do you want, okay, I guess it's a two-part question. Do you think there is a difference between feeling needed and feeling wanted? And which one would you rather have?
There is a difference between feeling
I
needed
agree.
and feeling wanted. Because someone can need you and not want your ass.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah. But would you rather be needed or wanted?
wanted.
Same.
I
I
don't.
I do not want some. Do you know how much pressure that is to be
I
needed?
already got kids who need me. I don't got time
I'm
for
like,
that to
don't
be.
put that kind of pressure on me because and also here's my and it might make sense to everybody, it might not. I tend to say things that don't make sense to other people but me. And I'm okay with that. But when it comes to feeling needed, in my head, that tells me you don't have a choice when it comes to me. You need me because a need is something that you need. You don't have a choice in that.
Need means they using you. That's what I think it means.
Well, in my head, it's like it's taking out a choice. And to want me, you're choosing
Yeah,
me.
so I mean,
You
they not
want
choosing
me.
you.
Yeah, you're not choosing me at that
You go,
point.
I will be homeless with this girl. Homeless with the I don't want that.
It's just like
Don't want
I
that.
don't want somebody to need me. Want me, yes, but don't need me. That I feel like one is it's just too much pressure. I got commitment issues. Don't tell me you need me. I will fly away so damn fast. Like, don't tell me you want me. Don't tell me you need me. I would get so scared, deer in the headlights, like,
To me, the I need you thing should be saved for very serious relationships.
I don't think you should ever need somebody.
Well, I don't know. I've grown quite dependent on my little friend called Victor.
But that's different. You've spent enough time alone that if God forbid you and Victor ever did divorce, you know you would survive on your
Well,
own.
yeah, I survived.
But people that need the person, they're like, "Oh, if you leave, I'm going to die. I can't be
Oh, I don't
without
feel
you."
that way about nobody.
Exactly. And you shouldn't.
It's very unhealthy.
Very unhealthy. And all it tells me is you're going to just kill me in my sleep one day. Like it happens all
It's
the
like those
time.
murder shows. If I can't have you,
No
no
one
one will.
can.
You're dead.
It's like,
Oh my
but
God.
I like living.
You couldn't just break up? I think that every time I'm like, girl, you couldn't have just left that man. Did he have to die?
Did he have to die? Well, according to her, she
Couldn't you just
did
left?
because he was trying to leave, or and she needed him.
Either or. The man too. I'm like, did your stay at home wife really have to die? You couldn't just broke up with her? My
Did your
God.
stay-at-home wife have to die? You
Because
stupid.
he's like, you're not getting half of my money, and I'm like, You didn't have none when you married her.
Mm.
She helped you build it. But
Ain't
that's
that
a
ain't that
whole
waiting to exhale?
boy, that pissed there. When I tell you that hit a nerve, it resonated, man. Knowing I ain't built no man up because I'm too busy building me up. I ain't even had time to build you up. Build yourself. But I'm just vibing. I'm out here vibing. I
I
ain't.
tried to build up somebody. It did not work out for me.
It just work on you
It was,
because they don't want to build themselves.
and it was bringing me down. I said, you know what? Never again. Like I've said before, I do not want a project.
You know what? I got a friend who date nothing but projects. I call him that too. It's my boyfriend. I'm like, no, this her new little
That's her
project.
project.
Girl, if the effort she put into building up these projects, she put into herself, the places she would go.
Oh my gosh! And
All the places.
when I let go of my last project, it was like instantly,
Life got better
it got so
instantly.
much better. And I was just like, you see, is this what it's like when you actually respect yourself a little bit?
So I'm selfish. It's the one trait I got from mama, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I would
Homegirl
not
is
classify myself as
selfish.
selfish, especially, back in the day was not.
Told you,
Unhappy, yes, but selfish,
no
no.
dude try to bring his PlayStation to my house. I said, what is that?
Where is that going?
I'm gonna play
No,
games.
you're not. You're
I
at your
said,
house.
that seems like you trying to low key move into my house, and I
But
don't
people
like
do
that.
that, Jay.
He was. It started off with a toothbrush. I said, okay, okay. Then
Well,
it migrated to a couple drawers in the underwear drawer. Okay, okay. And then the PlayStation. I said, nah, you doing too much. You got to get out.
cause
Get out.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Jay. I've been guilty of doing that shit before.
Have
And oh
you?
yeah. So and I've only done it with one person. Um, and it was with Nate.
I figured that's who it was. I ain't want to
Oh,
say it. I
look,
ain't want
when
to
I
say it.
tell you that I was so in love with that man could have done no wrong.
My question is, how did you flip off that switch and now you just cool with him? So, like, I don't, I
I
don't.
I thought I was gonna marry that man. I probably would have even had kids with that man if he had wanted
That's
them.
deep.
I
That's deep for you.
loved that man.
Why?
I don't, you know what? If you ask me now, I really don't
That's
know.
you never give me an answer to something like,
Cause I
well,
don't really know.
what did he
I
do
don't
to
really
bring
know.
forth those type of feelings?
I don't know. But he's the first and only guy that's ever gotten those kinds of feelings out of me. And the way I got over him was so me and him wasn't even messing around when I stopped talking to him. But he so he had this person,
Oh yeah, the crazy. Yeah,
the
yeah,
the,
yeah.
the crazy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that he told me back when we were messing around was his stalker. And I believed him because I had no reason to not believe him. And then we go to Florida. We take a trip to Florida. We're there, we're having a good time. We come back, like 2 weeks later, I get a text message from this man. And all it says is, I gotta disappear.
And you know what that means. I gotta be with
I
somebody else.
said,
That's what that means.
so what the fuck? I said, is he being kidnapped? Like what's what's going on? I was like, I feel like this a little dramatic. What's going on? So I probably tapped into my crazy a little bit. I created a Facebook page because he had blocked me on
We've
Facebook.
all done it.
And that Facebook page still exists. I do not remember what that email is or that username, but I know it still exists. Um, I created this page so I could look at his Facebook page, and when I get to it, it's pictures of him and that girl.
He said was his stalker.
Not new pictures. These are old pictures. And he's tagging her in them, talking about how much he wants to be back with her and how he's trying to get her back. And I said, "Oh, okay. Okay." I sat crying, like real boo-hoo tears. My heart was broken. Then, after like maybe like a few days go by, I did I did something stupid.
What did you do? What did you do?
I sent him a text message.
Saying what?
I sent him a text message about plans, acting like it was for somebody else.
Childish.
It was something about going to dinner or something, like something about it like at a certain time at
And
this
then
place
we've
or
all
something.
done it. We've all
And
done
then I
it.
messaged him back like, oh my bad, that was for somebody else. And then we started talking again. Uh, but anyway, so more time goes by, a whole nother round of I gotta disappear go happens again. He was constantly disappearing.
But you know what it is now at this point.
Yeah, at this point I know what it is. So now we're at the point where we're cool. We're not messing around with each other. I know that he's actively trying to get this girl, but it really doesn't bother me. And I tell him, I said, you do know that whenever you do get back with this woman, I I'm gonna stop talking to you. I said, because there's no way she's gonna be okay, because she knows who I am. I'm like, she's not gonna be okay with you being cool with me. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. And I said, and I'm not gonna come in between y'all relationship.
Because I don't want you no more.
I
So
don't. I'm okay with it. So I told him that. So I'm on Instagram one day and starts to follow me on Instagram.
interesting.
And I was like, oh, Nate's on Instagram. Let me look at his pictures. And I see that him and this woman done been to Hawaii together. And me and him are still like actively talking to each other. Not messing around, but talking to each other.
Mm. But he didn't tell you none of that.
And I would always ask him. I One question I always intentionally asked him was, "How's the love life?" Because I knew he was actively pursuing her. So I was like, "Any progress?" And he would always say, "Nope, same old, nothing
So he
different."
just like taking people on trips.
Exactly. So when I saw this, I'm pissed.
Because why you lying?
Cause I'm like, you just don't need to lie. You don't. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna pull one of his moves.
I gotta disappear.
I sent him a text message and I said,
I gotta disappear.
I don't think me and you should ever talk to each other anymore.
Ooh.
And I sent it and then I blocked him. And then I woke up the next morning and I had an email from him. And I was like, I forgot this man had my email address.
Interesting.
He emailed me because that was the only way he could get in touch with me. And he wanted to know why and said how much that hurt.
Mm.
And I'm like, yeah, that's how I felt each time you told me that.
You just was hanging out with her?
And I said, I don't appreciate being lied to, especially when I'm not anybody to lie to. We ain't doing nothing together. So if you with the girl, you're just with the girl.
We are genuinely just friends.
Genuinely just friends. So yeah. And I sent him that response. And then I didn't hear from him for a little over a year. And I'm sitting at work one day and I go on to Facebook just to take a break. And I have a message on Facebook. And I don't even know how long I had that message because I never check my Facebook messages. But I checked the message and it's from him. And I said, "Oh," I said, first of all, I had to remind myself who Nate was. I ain't gonna even lie. I forgot all about him at this point. Um, and then I was like,
Oh,
he ain't
Nate.
blocked on Facebook?
I thought I he made a new page.
I thought no, it was the same page. I just guess honestly, he had blocked me at some point. So
Mm.
that's why I wasn't able to block him. So
You didn't have to block him. He already
he
blocked
removed
you.
his block, which then put us back as being
Mm.
able to talk to each other. Um and he asked me if I had time for a shitty friend. And I thought to myself, if I say yeah, I'll probably get a free meal out of this. So I said, sure. Want to go get barbecue? So he used to work up by my job, and he met with me at I think it was a Squealer's barbecue joint. And we had dinner, and now we've been friends ever since.
I still find the whole friendship odd.
Why?
It's just odd.
I I honestly I don't pay.
Him and his foolishness. It's not you. It's like this man clearly got issues.
Nate's cool though, but
He
I
seems all right. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, you've only seen him once.
Mhm.
And that was through a door at his house while he
Sure
was sitting in
was.
my car.
I was like, I ain't going in. I don't know him.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think me and Nate pay each other any attention anymore. Like not like that at least. He's overdoing his thing, I'm overdoing my thing, and then occasionally we'll hang out with each other. Like we went when I usually will go to Michigan. In fact,
Yeah.
in a couple years ago when I went back to Florida, it was with him. At one point, me and him was taking trips every year together.
Y'all odd.
But we don't do anything. We'll sleep in the same bed, but we will not do anything with each other. In fact, last time we went to Florida, I ended up yelling at him because he left me sleep on the couch and I got pissed off. And I said, "Why would you just let me sleep on the goddamn couch?" And he's sitting in the bed sleep. He said, "I tried to wake you up, you wouldn't wake."
That's what they all
I
say.
said, "You're lying." But yeah, I don't think anything of it. We go to Michigan together. Florida. We were supposed to go to Texas, but then I didn't do what I was supposed to do to make sure I was ready. So he ended up going by himself.
Y'all odd.
You know, and that's okay. And that is
You know,
okay. I think all of my friendships are a bit odd.
I don't think Abby is odd.
No, actually, I think Abby is probably the most normal friend I have. I think me and you are odd.
Why?
People wouldn't expect us to be friends, and you know that.
The thing is, I don't have a type.
I don't either, but people think I do. And that's because people think I'm a lot more serious than I actually am.
They don't know. They think it's me that's the crazy one out of us. And I'm like, no, it's Jocelyn. It's not me.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'm the sane one.
I mean the random songs, the random dances. I'm just goofy. It's just not many people get to see that. I mean, hell, Nate's never really even seen me be goofy,
I'm goofy all the time with everybody.
and I'm not.
It's part of the Jade charm.
Is there such thing as a jade charm? I
Yeah,
didn't know that. Mm.
whatever. You got lured into it. We
Show
friends.
did. I was like, I don't know how I became friends with this psychopath, but here we are. But yeah, yeah, Nate was a time. I love Nate. He's one of my good friends now. I'm gonna be sad when he
But you know what's
move.
messed up? When you brought up your friend, you said you only got two. And how long this man been in the picture?
Since 2012.
He your oldest friend that you still currently have.
Now, yeah, he is my oldest friend.
Didn't even include him.
How you know?
Didn't even you say you got two friends and you
Maybe
said
at
it
that
was
time we
me
wasn't friends.
and Abby.
Maybe
You didn't even bring Nate up.
oh, he told me I owe him money for this podcast too. Just so you know.
Good luck.
Yeah. When I start getting money from it, maybe then you'll start getting money from it. Because
It's
apparently
funny.
me and him were supposed to create a podcast together.
He could have did it.
He could have, but I don't know. Shit happens. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a bad friend when I do this, but then I'm also like,
What would y'all even talk about?
I don't know. Nate likes so honestly, I think you and Nate would have more to talk about on the podcast than me and Nate.
Well, what is he like?
He likes the true crime stuff.
Well,
He's
we can have a
always
good
listening to
time.
I always be like, I really don't want to listen to no serial killer again. I'm
Oh
tired of it. So
my
anytime he talk about
gosh.
like he's listening to a podcast, I said, what serial killer are you tracking now? Like,
See, we could. But again, I can befriend almost any.
I don't like to talk about that stuff. It puts me in a place mentally that I don't like to be in.
Well, that's why I'm on They Stop Watching them. Shit, they made it paranoid and crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Problem is, you should be. Let me stop
We
whispering.
should be
You should. People are watching you. Someone is always watching.
I hope the editor does something with that. But yes, people are losing their minds. I don't need to hear about serial killers to know
But
that.
it's like not hearing about them doesn't make them less prevalent because you're not hearing
I
about them.
I know they exist. I just like to stay in my bubble. Do you know, I literally had to tell somebody recently, I didn't know COVID was a thing until they was getting ready to send everybody home and shut us down.
Well, I did because I realized everybody was dropping like flies as far as being sick, not dying. Everybody, because when I tell you I got the sickness of my life before we knew when they was calling it a respiratory
Mhm.
whatever. That is the sickest
Well,
I have ever been. It was terrible.
I wasn't working in healthcare at that time. I was literally
Yeah, I
just
was at an
working my
office
office
job.
job.
Yeah. Hmm.
And if I didn't want to leave my cube, I didn't. So I was pretty much isolated.
I would.
And I would hear people talk about people getting sick, but I would never like engage in the conversation. I don't watch the news. So I just thought people was just, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, flu season is here.
Mm-mm.
So. And then they started talking about, oh, well, they talking about shutting everything. I said, now what y'all talking about?
Now wait a minute.
Shutting y'all now it's about to impact me. Shutting what down? I was like, I go to the gym almost every day. They can't close my
Yes,
gym.
they can.
Cause if I get out of this routine, ain't no getting back. And yeah, then literally in March 2020, they sent us home to work, started shutting things down. And I was like, huh. I, apparently this has been going on for like 6 months already. I had no idea.
Girl, Chase wasn't playing. They sent us those. Remember when you had to have a letter for the police to be out
No, because I never was out.
if they pulled you over? When I say you, Chase sent us those letters so fast, like, hey. I mean, they legally can't be closed for more than one day because they're a bank.
Right. But yeah, I didn't know. So I was like, people ask me how was 2020 for you? I'm like, honestly, I had a good time in 2020.
Well, I think that's when I became a pharmacy tech.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I got my job at Community in 21, I think.
I got my job at Community in 21. But it wasn't my first
Yeah,
job
because
as a
I was a
pharmacy tech.
CNA first. Hated that. I don't even
I
know why I
bet you
tried
did.
that. That was weird. So I tried that. Said, hate it.
Hated
Hated
it.
it. Where's my little hat? And then, yeah. And then I just stumbled across being a pharmacy tech, and that's what I've been doing
And
since.
then you met me, and here we are.
I like being a pharmacy tech. I don't mind it.
And it's all right sometimes. But anywho, uh, if you guys want to hear me go into some of my terrible relationships, and I have several. Actually, they weren't even real relationships, they were just situationships,
Yeah.
but they were still terrible. I we can do a episode that is literally just on past relationships
We can,
because
because I think we both could have some interesting
man, I got some
stories.
stories. But I think this is a good spot to end the episode. This was
It
good
is. Yeah,
conversation.
nice little combo.
And y'all got some homework, watch some of our other episodes. The ones that would probably, if you like this one, you probably really like is My Friend Ghosted Me. So I built
Built
a
it up.
new friend group. That
Hmm.
is episode 7.
It's useful.
I'm sorry, episode 8.
It's useful
And When Friendships Fall Apart.
because they do.
They do. And they do it so quick. Sometimes you don't even see it coming. But crumble. You
Oh
didn't
yeah, I
even
forgot.
know there was cracks in the foundation. But yeah, check out some of those episodes, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye,
Deuces.
friends.